Okay. Thank you very much. So we are here at COP27 as Homa Bay County. We are basically building networks of people who could come down to support us. What we've said on the statements I've made here at COP, I've said a couple of things. One, I've said we must break down the climate change discussion so that our people understand what we're talking about and how this affects them. Because as elected leaders, our people want to know that when we are out here, we are discussing issues that are pertinent to them and that affect them. So we must break down this conversation from a global, big, strange conversation to a conversation that actually means something to the people of Homa Bay. Secondly, we've said that we are not tired of talking, we want action. We want things to change for our people on the ground. So we want to move from just talk to action, and we want funding to follow. The other thing we've said is that action is at the local level. Making a change on the climate change issues happens at the local level, happens in the counties. It doesn't happen here on the globe. It doesn't happen at the national stage. It happens in the counties. And we want to be part of that conversation and building resilience among our people. So what does climate change mean to the people of Homa Bay? How has it affected them? One, the lake levels rose in 2019 historically to 13.42 meters, surpassing the 1964 rise that was for 13.1 meters. What does that mean? The people who have occupied homes, planted farms since 1964 actually saw themselves like they were inside the lake. That is an effect of climate change. The flooding along the lake, that is an effect of climate change. The drought we are witnessing, that is an effect of climate change. The planting patterns that our people knew so well, that are now confusing them left, right, and center. The months you used to plant, you're no longer planting. The months that it was raining, it's not raining. The ones when it was dry, it's now raining. The rain comes, it's too much. Sometimes it doesn't come, there's nothing. So these are direct effects of climate change on our people that they must understand. As the people of Homa Bay, these are the challenges that we are facing. And that's why we are here. Happily, we have been able to meet partners. We've been able to discuss. We've been able to. We are we are nearing even, some funding, options that we didn't have before. So we are very happy that we were here and we are making progress on behalf of our people. As for the Council of Governors and the counties, we have also discussed a lot around engagement of local governments or governments at our level. And now, on the global stage, you will find that, like the Adaptation Fund, now has local governments represented on the board, something that was not there before, which means the local governments can also have their voices heard. So, of course, apart from big terms like building resilience, adaptation, mitigation, the ones that you now know by now, we are also working on issues that affect our people directly. And I'm very, very happy that Homa Bay has been here. I'm very, very happy that I have a few things to take back home.
So as the governor for Homa Bay, what when you
Oh my goodness, as I was growing up, I come from Gelani and the Mua Hills. There used to be a lot of trees and big trees. You could not even drive. I remember my dad used to find it difficult driving along, going the Mua Hills because there were so many trees. Now when you go to Mua, there are no trees. You come to Lukenya in Mavoko. We used to have these, they are called acacia trees. Yeah, now there are none. There are none. Things have really changed. When I look at the Iveti Mountains, I look at the maybe Kimakimwe Mountains in hills in Machakos County, all the hills surrounding Machakos. You used to have, there was good forest cover. There isn't now. Things have changed. At the river, I also grew up in Athi River. Athi River was cooler than the way it is now. When you go to Athi River, it's as if the sun has come even, the sun has come nearer. And we should not take these things lightly. We shouldn't take them lightly. All the governors, the countries, everyone should do something about it.
Maybe lastly, Governor, in terms of budgetary allocation.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, thank you. My name is Susan Kihika, the governor of Nakuru County. And in one of the ways that I can tell you that climate change has affected me personally, I remember as a very young girl growing up in Nakuru, now Nakuru County, and seeing the flamingos in Lake Nakuru. You know, Nakuru was known for those flamingos. We would have tourists from the world over to come and see these pink birds. But over time, due to climate change, the flamingos have not been able to survive anymore in Lake Nakuru, so they have taken flight and left for the neighboring county of Baringo, I believe. So that has really had big effect on me now as a governor, but me as a person, because our pride in Nakuru has been those flamingos. So it's quite obvious that unless something drastic is done, unless we become more conscious about our environment and in ways to mitigate this climate change, we are really going to be in trouble. In addition to that, I have seen the Lake Nakuru displace thousands of families as it floods, so that so many families who used to live around the lake have now been displaced in the thousands and business is lost. So it's no longer, climate change is no longer just something foreign that when we think about, we think of New York or London or whatever. Climate change is really now present with us, affecting us to the village level. So those have been some of the experiences that I've seen, which can bear us witness that climate change is here and we must do something about it. Thank you. Too wordy.
Okay, my name is Anne Waigoro. I am Governor, Kirinyaga County, and Chair of the Council of Governors. How has climate change affected me? I remember when I was a small girl crossing Nyamindi River, and it was a huge river. I'm now Governor in Kirinyaga County, and that river, as much as it's considered big, it's not as big as it used to be back then. You see from the ridges how high the water levels used to be and how they are now. And it's really concerning that if we don't take care of our environment, if we do not do something about climate change, in a couple of years that river may not be existing, amongst many other rivers. So that's how personally I feel climate change has affected me.
Hi, my name is Hamira Kobsinje and I'm a climate and gender justice activist from Uganda. The climate crisis is affecting my people with flooding, landslides, famine, food shortage, droughts every day. We are having a lot of lives being impacted, so many climate refugees. We have so many people being displaced by the climate crisis, not forgetting the lives lost, not forgetting how people are being affected every day in their economic lives. People are losing jobs every day, people are losing sources of income. And this is affecting the girls and women the most by encouraging domestic violence, by encouraging child brides, by encouraging child mothers. The climate crisis affects us every day and leaves us living in the aim of anxiety and social pressure and stress of what we'll be going through tomorrow. Shall we wake up under water? Shall we wake up under soil? Shall we wake up with no food on our tables? And this is the reality of my community and my country. This is just one country of the 54 countries on the continent. Imagine what is happening in Kenya, South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana. This is the story of every person dealing with the climate crisis on the continent and in the global south. We need to see action now. We need to see action being done by the leaders and the global north leaders by providing a loss and damage reparations and climate finance that was promised so that we invest in sustainable energy. Thank you very much.